This is Getting On with Life, Biblical Wisdom for Successful Christian Living. And this lesson is Wake to Hope. As my wife and I assist people, we keep finding those who resist pushing through to victory. It is as if something blankets them, stopping them finding faith and hope in God. They keep coming up with excuses about why things won't work out for them. Yet there are those who suddenly come alive to the truth of God's Word and the freedom and blessing that is theirs. Their expectation of God's blessing clicks into place, and they become bright and alert in claiming what is theirs. They wake to hope. So this is a wake-up call for all those who have become dull in heart and mind, losing all expectation that God is on their side and going to bless them as He promised. Wake out of foggy thinking and lethargy of heart. Note what the Apostle Paul said to the church at Ephesus in Ephesians 5:14. Wake up, you who sleep, arise from the dead, and Christ will give you light. Paul also called us to wake up in his letter to the church at Rome. That's Romans 13:11. The hour has come for you to wake up from your slumber, for our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. The call to wake up was also given by the prophet Isaiah. In Isaiah 26:19 he said, Awake and sing, you who dwell in the dust. And Isaiah 51:17 says, Awaken, wake up, rise up, O Jerusalem. And again in Isaiah 51:2, Wake up, awaken, clothe yourself with strength, O Zion. Put on your garments of splendor, O Jerusalem, holy city. Have you had the experience of getting drowsy? Maybe in a break between a hectic workload, or after having little to do all day, or in the afternoon warmth, or after poring over documents or study. We can succumb to the lure of sleep and drowsiness, or we can get up and be active. Or we might drag ourselves from one thing to the next, wishing we could just curl up and sleep. We might not be asleep, but our attention and energy are dulled. That's how Christians can become about their faith. They may read the Bible and pray, go to church meetings and sing hymns, but they do it without real engagement. They are just getting through the day, but not alive to its living vitality. That kind of lethargy and malaise is swept aside the moment we wake to hope. Sudden positive news or an exciting new development can vitalize whole communities. Those who drag themselves around are suddenly attentive and interested, keen to catch what is happening. Imagine a sleepy village where everything just moves at a snail's pace and nothing interesting goes on. And the news is suddenly shouted, The Queen is coming! There would be a scurry of excitement and activity. The hope of seeing the Queen and desire to make the place ready would kick in, and those who previously could not find energy would suddenly have plenty. Something vitalizing changes the mind and attitude of the people. That points to the fact that our sleepy state is not forced on us. It might settle on us, and it might seem so compelling that it can't be thrown aside, but in fact we can choose to reject it. We can stay awake, or we can choose to get sleepy. We can refocus, or slump into inactivity. The hope you have in God is real. All God's promises are true for you, but you may well have dullness of heart, struggling to believe God can and will do good things for you. That sleepy state of heart and mind dulls you from faith and from taking action. That's what we find when we try to help people. Some are so dulled they won't receive any hope of better things. They think others can be blessed, but don't expect it for themselves. They need to wake to hope. So let me stir your heart. Are you complacent and unmotivated about your faith? Are you just existing your way through your walk with God? God has far better things for you than you enjoy right now. So don't miss them by being a sleepyhead. Wake to hope. Realize that your slumber state robs you of realities, freedom, blessing, truth, hope, and victory that belong to you. You don't have to be suspicious, disinterested, dull, and closed. You can open your heart's door to God's truth and claim it. The time has come to wake up. There is no prize for snoozing. Students don't get better grades by snoozing through study time. Workers don't get jobs done by dozing on the job. Teachers don't help their students by slipping into a drowsy state. It is time to energize yourself, Wake from sleep. Put off that tempting tiredness and get blood flowing again. Be alert. Keep the key things in mind. Put off the tempting dullness. There is no reward for a lazy mind and slumping body. Note that Paul tells us to wake ourselves up. It's not up to your spouse or others to wake you up. You are to take responsibility for the state you have slipped into and get yourself out of it. Don't blame others if you stay dopey and dull. You can wake yourself. It is in your capacity. You can change from doubt to faith, dullness to alertness, hopelessness to hope. So, friends, hear my call to you to wake to hope. God bless you.